Hi, this is Barbie. We're going to do a reformer workout today. We're going to use the ball. We're going to focus on those inner thighs a little bit today. Headrest can be up or down. We're going to start with some footwork. I have 2 reds and a green on. You're welcome to do 3 reds or maybe 2 reds and a blue if you like it lighter, or heavier if you like. So let's go ahead and lay back. We're going to have our shoulders behind those shoulder pads. And we're going to go ahead and put the feet on the foot bar with about 1 hand's width between the feet. The ball is going to go right at the inner thighs. And so if it feels like it's a little bit too narrow on the feet, just open them up a little bit. Relax your shoulders. We're going to relax the chest open. Flex those feet. Keep that hip area nice and heavy. And we want to feel a little lift in that lower back, like we have a little blueberry under the back that we're not smashing. So we don't want to tuck. We're going to press out with an exhale. Keep that ball snug between those inner thighs. And I guess, again, adjust your feet if it feels uncomfortable, if they're too close. We're going to slide out 8. Resist in 7, work on the way in 6, shoulders are wide 5, 4, 3, keep that chest soft 2, halfway in. We're going to pause the carriage, a little presses out and out, and you should be starting to feel some warmth in those thighs, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, press it all the way out. Now bend back in halfway, hold it. We're going to squeeze those knees or those inner thighs into the ball. 8 more. 8, 7. Further out, it's going to be harder. 5, 4, 3, 2. Press those legs out straight and come back in. Good. Toes on the foot bar right where your heels were. Maybe adjust that ball. Press into that big toe, second toe. Ankles are lifted slightly. We're going to press out and resist in. Work on the way in. Exhale, press out. 8, inhale. 7, 6. Try to keep those heels nice and still. 5, so they're staying in the same position. 4, they're not super high. 3, but they're not low. We're going to do 1 more, and again, we're going to do those pulses. So we're going to come in halfway, little pulse and pulse. Big toe pressed into that foot bar. All 10 toes on that foot bar. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Press it all the way out. Really stretch those legs. We're going to come back in halfway and hold it. Squeeze those knees into that ball or inner thighs. And 8, 7, squeeze 6, squeeze it, hold it 5, and then pulse 4, 3, 2, pulse in 1, and press those legs out. Ooh, should be feeling some warmth. Let's take that ball to the side. We'll kind of tuck it under that frame so we can grab it again. Let's leave the toes right where they are. Relax those shoulders. We're going to press the carriage out. We're going to dip the heels down for a count of 2 and back up for a count of 2. So we're going to go under, under, slow, lift, lift, up. Down, down, lift, lift. Inhaling and exhaling. Feel those front ribs sink into the back ribs. And down, down, and lift up. Down, down, and lift up. 3, 2, lift the heels, hold. Now let's run in place. We're going to bend one knee, let one heel reach. Rise up and change. Let the collarbone rest open. Feel the heaviness of the back of the shoulders and the back of the pelvis. Let's change. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold one heel. Both toes can stay on the foot bar. One knee is bent. Deep breath. Rise up and change. And then lift the heels up. Both heels go under. Feel that stretch. Really let those toes kind of grip the foot bar. And then lift your heels. Let's bring that carriage all the way home. Good. We're going to have heels wide. And we're going to kind of scoot away from the shoulder pads. You might slide back in. We're going to press out and bend in. And we're going to resist on the end. So we want to feel like we're still working the back of those legs as we're coming down to that foot bar. 8. Pelvis is heavy. 7. We're still in the pelvis and lower back. Good. 4 more. 4, 3. We're going to stop at that halfway point and do little pulses. Pelvis is heavy. Try not to tuck. So you don't want the lower back really pressed into the mat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Press it all the way out. Straighten those legs. Now we're going to turn them in. So from inside the hip socket, turn those legs inward. Bend in halfway and little pulses. It's almost like your knock-kneed. And 8, and 7, and 6. Tailbone still heavy, pelvis still heavy. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way out. Turn those legs back out, and let's come back in. Very nice. We're going to walk those feet center. Headrests are going to go down, so if yours is up, put it down. We're going to grab that ball. We're going to put it right between the knees, and we're going to scoot again down. Out of those shoulder pads just a touch, so we could put a finger between our shoulder and our shoulder pad. All right, heels are on. Feel your lower belly. Pull those abs in. Squeeze those knees into that ball, and you're going to bridge. So we're going to tilt the pelvis. Now your lower back is going to imprint, so press it down. And then lift the hips, lift the lower back, lift the ribs, and roll up into the spine. Good. Relax those shoulders, tilt those hips down, up, and squeeze. As you're squeezing those knees in, pull the lower belly in. And let's go 7, and 6, and 5. Pull those abs in. 4, 3, 2. Hips up, hold. Good. Squeeze that ball. 10, 9, 8. Try to keep the carriage pulled in. So pull your hips towards your heels. 4, 3, 2. Hold tight. Soften through your chest. Roll down from your rib cage, through your lower back, through your pelvis, and release. Okay. Toes on. If you cramp, go ahead and put your hips down. Release it. Kind of rub it out a little bit back here. So toes is a little bit harder. We're going to squeeze in, curl the tailbone, roll up through your spine, pull your pubic bone up to the ceiling, shoulders down into the mat, tilt down, up, squeeze. Maybe flip your palms up, knuckles down, so you're encouraging that openness of the chest. 7, 6, lower belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, hips up and hold. Good. And squeeze that ball. 10, 9, pulse in. 8, pulse in. 7, 6, 5, 4, squeeze it. 3, 2, hold it tight and roll down, sink through the chest, through the rib cage, roll all the way down onto your mat. And let's take that ball out to the side and tuck it in again. We're going to bring those knees into your chest. Kind of rock side to side. And very nice. And we're going to do a spring change. Headrest can come up. I'm going to put mine up one level. You don't have to. So I like to put my legs over the foot bar and grab behind. You can also just find a way up. And we're going to change to a red and a yellow. Okay, you could do a red and a blue if you like a little bit heavier. Let's roll back down. Let's put those feet on the foot bar. You're going to press the carriage out. It's very, very light, so go slow. Bring your left knee to your chest and just hold it there. Your hips are feeling heavy. You're trying to relax some of that tension you might have built up. Knee rolls across to the opposite side of the room, and your opposite arm reaches open. So I have my left knee over and my left arm out. Now bring that leg center. We're going to extend that leg up, grab behind it, flex the heel, point the toes, and circle the ankle. Good. Other way. And press that heel up, reach. As you come in, let's take that ankle over that right knee. Maybe lift your foot off, maybe just leave that foot right down on that foot bar. Good. Let that hip open up. And then let's press out with both feet. Right knee to your chest. Hold it there. Good. The knee's going to rotate over to the left. Right arm open. Maybe gaze towards your hand. Good. Roll the knees center. Get the pelvis flat. Extend that leg up. You're going to flex and point. Flex and circle. And crackly and other direction. Rotate that ankle, that foot. And press the heel up. Really stretch the leg long. As you come in, take that ankle over that knee and grab behind the leg, or just leave it on that foot bar. and just hold that. Good. All right, we're ready for some abdominals. So let's grab those ropes. We're going to do short straps. Arms up. Good. We'll start nice and basic today. So arms up, tabletop legs. Knees are right over those hips. We feel a little engaged here through that lower belly. We're going to start with our exhale. Down with the arms. Lift the chest. And we're just going to lay back. Let's do that a couple more times. Keeping those knees right over those hips. Let's go ahead and add a leg. So one leg out and both knees in, other leg out. The other knee stays right where it was. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Good. Now we're going to pull the arms down. You can leave the head down if your neck is tired or lift the chest. So I'm going to go ahead and lift chest towards those knees. We're going to send one leg out and change and change. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees in, arms up. Find that foot bar. Very good. Okay. Breathe. Keep breathing. It's important. So we want to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth as much as we can. Shoulders are heavy, so those arms feel connected into those shoulder sockets. Knees up. Good. We're going to pull the straps down. Lift your chest, head, neck, and shoulders up. We're going to send your left leg out, and it's just going to go down and up. And the knee could be soft, but you want to move from the thigh. 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee, right leg out, and lower lift. And 4, reach those hands. 3, 2, and 1, and bend that knee in, reach the arms up. Good. Little challenge here. We're going to bring the arms down. Chest lifts. The arms are going to go halfway up and down. So you're basically reaching towards your knees and then down to your hips. The knees are right over the pelvis. 4. If your neck is tired, put your head down, but we're losing those upper abs. 3. So try to keep the chest lifted. 2, 1, and release it back. Woo! Lot for the neck. So let's keep our head down for this next one. So arms to a T, tabletop legs. We're going to pull to your hips, straighten the legs, bend the knees, and open the arms. And back to the hips, legs extend, knees bend, arms open. Let's go. 3 to the hip, extend the legs, bend the knees, open. 2 to the hips, legs extend out. Keep the shoulders back, keep the back of the head heavy. Now pull to your hips, straighten the legs, hold the legs. Now the arms go open to a T, and the knees come in when you touch your hips. Head is still back. Arms open, legs out, and bend the knees, touch the hips. Inhale, tummy in, tummy in, tummy in. 3, legs over the foot bar, arms to a T. 2, pull the belly button in, and release that. Good. Let the arms go out wide. Let your knees roll over to a side and just hold that stretch. Feel center of your chest. Feel the center of your chest very heavy. Let those arms kind of dangle like zombie arms off the side of the machine, and the knees come up. Pull your tummy in and knees over to the other side and hold. And arms are just feeling like they're dangling. Inhales and exhales. Good. And then knee center. Good. We're going to hold the loops with one hand. We're going to reach back down for that ball. It's going to go right between the knees. Good. And we're going to send those arms straight up to the ceiling again. We're going to go ahead and pull those knees up to tabletop. We're going to get some tension in those straps. So we want the arms a little bit further away than clicked in. We shouldn't hear the click. We want to be up. We're going to go left arm out. We're going to do 6 on this side. So right arm to the ceiling, left arm. Let's look to the left arm. And we're going to pull to the hips, lift your chest, squeeze that ball, and lay back with the left arm out. Pull to your hips, look at your ball, squeeze it. Pull the tummy down, look to your left. Back to your hips, look to the ball, squeeze the ball. You can always do this with your head down. Lift and look, squeeze. Try to keep that butt flat, look to your left. Now hold it here. We're going to squeeze 6, 5, abs in 4, knees in 3, 2, 1, arms up, find your foot bar. Very nice. Good job. Okay, right arm out, left arm up. So we have tension in both straps. We feel pressing into both palms. Get that left shoulder heavy on that mat. Knees up, look to your right. We're going to pull down to the hips. You're going to touch your hips, squeeze them in, squeeze the ball. Look to your right. Right arm out. Squeeze, touch the mat, squeeze your ball. And look to your right. And we're going to go pull to your hips, lift and squeeze. 4. Pull to your hips, lift your chest and squeeze. Tummy down. Feel like someone's put a strap across your lower belly. 2. Try to come up with the head, neck, and shoulders. Tailbone heavy, squeeze your ball. 6, 5, 4. Reach those hands. 3. Down to your hips. 2, 1. And relax. Very nice. Should be feeling this. Abs, maybe some arms and shoulders. If it's ever too heavy, go to your long straps. That's going to make it a little bit easier. So if it's feeling intense, long straps are a good choice. Okay, let's do one more. We're going to bring your elbows down by your ribs. You're going to bring your knees up to tabletop. Take a deep breath. We're going to press the legs out, squeeze that ball, and lay back. The elbows are going to stay right down by your ribs. Press out, squeeze, and lay back. And 6. Feel your tummy pull in as you press those fingertips of the foot bar. 5, so it's fingers and toes out. 4, squeeze that ball. Lift the chest. 3, you can always keep your head down and do it just like this. 2, and hold it. Lift your chest, squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and release. Very nice, guys. Let's go ahead and take that ball down. Let's go ahead and peg those loops. We're going to grab those pegs. We're going to send the legs up to the ceiling. We're going to kind of curl the tailbone, and we're going to lift those elbows a little bit so we feel a little heaviness through the rib cage. We're going to move from the thighs. So we're going to move right from the hip crease. We're going to lower those legs down. Inhale, exhale, back up. Feeling that spot just below the belly button, tighten in to get the legs to come up. Inhale, lower. Keep your lower back flat. Exhale, back up. Lower with control. Keep your lower back flat. 5, 4. Pull those lower abs in. Exhale. 3. Try to keep the rib cage pulled, front ribs to back ribs. 2. Curl that tailbone a little. Pull those knees in, tailbone up, and bring your knees in. Kind of rock side to side. Whew. Very nice. Good job. Okay. Let's come on up. We're going to move the ball. It's going to go onto our headrest. So let's put this flat. Now we've got that red and that yellow. Let's do 2 reds. We'll change that up here. So we're going to do some leg work here. We're going to scoot our hips back. We're going to lay down on our left side. If you're very tall, you may need to gear out the carriage. So over 6 feet or over 5'11". We're going to lay on our left ear. And I'm going to have my head tilted up just a little bit because of the microphone, but you're going to have your ear right on that ball. We're going to put the right foot on that foot bar and just press down on that left thigh. So we're going to lift the chest, stay nice and tall and lifted through this left waist. You're going to have that sensation of lift. All right, we're going to press the carriage out and resist in. I like to put my top hand on that shoulder pad so I'm not sliding through. And press and bend. Let's go 6 and in, 5 and in. 4, knee is right in front of the hip, parallel to the floor. 3 and 2, keep this waist up. Halfway and hold it, little pushes out. Really focus the weight on the heel, and we're going to press out 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and all the way out and come back in. This is feeling very heavy. You can drop the weight down. It can be a red and a blue. That will be a little bit easier. So from here, without moving that hip at all, the hips are still stacked from bone to bone. Pelvis is stacked. You're going to put the heel on the front of that foot bar. The knee is lifted up towards the ceiling. You want to keep the hip stacked and the knee lines up with the toes. We're going to do 8 presses here. So lift your waist, press 8. Keep lifting the knee upward, and that right hip goes forward. And 6, and 5, and we're trying not to snap in, and 4, and 3, slow in, and 2. Halfway, and you're going to pause the carriage, little pulses out and out. And we've got 6 more. 6, lift that knee. 5, lift that waist. 4, abs are pulled in. 3, 2, press it all the way out. Come back in. Okay, here's the toughie. We're going to go toes on, the knee point straight ahead. We're not going to pulse. If you're dying to pulse, you can do it at the end while we're rolling around and just catch up. So lift your ankle and heel up slightly. So you're really just on the ball of the foot. Again, waist is up, chest is towards those shoulder pads. And we're going to press out. 8, and in. 7, and resist the spring. Don't ride the carriage. 6, so we're slow on the in. 5, and 4, nice and smooth in. You're evenly pressing and resisting. 2, and 1, back in and hold. Good, carriage all the way in. And let's put the feet together. We're going to lift those ankles up under that foot bar, and the feet are going to stay touching. You're going to stack your hips, lift your waist, open and close that top knee. And 9, hold those abs in. And 8, and 7, and 6, hips are still. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. Should be feeling that right in here. Good, let's do the other side. We're going to press ourselves up. Keep that ball there. I like to walk around just to give my legs a little shake out. And we're going to scoot our hips towards the back. I'm going to grab a little drink of water, so maybe you should too. Good to stay hydrated. All right, head and shoulders right into the center of that carriage. Here is on that ball. Hips are slightly behind the shoulders. I'm going to tilt this up so my ball starts to stay. We're going to put the whole foot on that foot bar with the knee right in front of the hip. We want to find that lift here. So where my fingers are poking out, we want to feel that sensation of drawing up, and we're sitting heavy. When you lift here and lift your chest to your shoulder pad, you should feel your spine straighten out and your hips stack up nicely. We're going to press out and resist in. Weight is primarily in the heel. I like to have this top hand on that shoulder pad so I don't slide my shoulders through that headrest. And 5, nice and tall. And 4, breathe in. And 3, and 2, pull those abs in. Now stop the carriage halfway in and press it out. Focus on the heel, maybe even lift those toes a little bit off the front of the foot bar. 6, and waist up. 5, chest towards those shoulder pads. 3, 2, press it all the way out and resist, come in. Good. Keep this hip stacked, the knee and toes rotate up. This hip presses forward, and we're going to keep that little lift if we can, a little harder in this turned out position. We're going to press and resist in and out. Slow that carriage down. So even pace out and in. You don't want the in to be faster. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, halfway in and pause. Little presses out, out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, press it all the way out. Bring it back home. Good. This is the hard one. Toes on the front of the foot bar. The heel is lifted slightly. The knee is right in front of the hip. And if this back shoulder pad's really pressing in to your back, guys, scoot your chest forward so your chin is right over the front of that shoulder pad. That will help. And we're going to keep that big toe, second toe part of the foot really pressing into the bar. Press it out. Lift that waist. And 7, 6, Lift that waist. 5. Lift that chest towards those shoulder pads. 4. Breathing as you bend. Exhale. 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And come on, down gently. Good. We're going to do that clam. So the feet are stacked. The knees are bent, stacked. We're going to bring the feet under that foot bar. So it's almost like that left ankle is touching that foot bar. Waist is up. Open the knee and close. We've got 10, 9, 8. Lift that waist. 7. Open that left shoulder. 6. So shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Very nice, you guys. Excellent job. Let's go ahead. Let's actually lay back. So let's take your ball out. It's going to go onto the floor. And actually, let's throw it behind us so we don't trip on it. Left ankle over right knee. And we'll maybe pull those knees in towards the chest. Maybe this is plenty of stretch staying here with your foot on the foot bar. That might be enough. And let's open up those arms. So knuckles down towards the floor. Breathe. Good. Nice job. And let's change legs, crossing that right ankle. And you might be pressing out a little bit. If it feels too tight, you could push off that foot bar just a little bit. Feel that heaviness through the torso and upper body. Nice deep inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then draw both knees in, give your lower back a little stretch here. And good. We're ready to move on. Let's come on up. Let's change those 2 reds to just a single red. If you know you like your arm work a little bit heavier, you can do a red and a yellow. And we're going to go ahead and grab a box, and we're going to put our headrest flat because we're going to be putting our feet here. So let's grab our box. We don't necessarily need that mat today, so we'll move that gray mat. And go ahead and put those boxes right up against those shoulder pads. Make sure they're nice and even. And again, check your spring. Red and a yellow, or just that red spring is plenty. We're going to put our feet on the headrest. And you know what? Let's step forward and grab that ball. So hips are about the center. That ball goes right between those knees. And we're going to pick up our loops. All right, we're going to do some biceps. So nice and tall with the spine. Palms are up, shoulders are down. We're going to give that ball a little hug with those knees, and we're going to tilt the tailbone under and lean back. So we're going to feel like that pubic bone is coming up and that tailbone is drawing under. With an exhale, we're going to pull those arms in. Go ahead, squeeze that ball, and arms extend out and pull. Feel your lower belly sink in as the knees pull in, arms come in. And let's do 5. 5. If this is feeling too heavy, come up a little. 4. And also do the long straps. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now hold the arms out. You're going to pull in about halfway. Hold those arms in that 90 degrees. Shoulders are down. Squeeze that ball. 7, 6, 5. Tummy in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms go forward. Sit yourself up. Nice job. Okay, keeping that ball. We're going to move the arms out to a V position. So thumbs are pointed into the hips and pinky fingers are pointed towards those outside walls. Our chest is up. Feel that lower belly like you've strapped a nice tight seatbelt across it. Arms are at a V, so they're not just down at your sides. They're lifted up just a little bit. You're going to press back and squeeze and slowly reach the arms ahead. As you squeeze the knees in, think about those abdominals pulling in the pelvis. 6. Your heart is rising. 5. Don't press your hands back so far that your shoulders pinch. 4. Keep those shoulders down. 3. Pull those lower abs in. 2. Now, same thing. Arms reach about halfway back. Keep the tension in those palms. Squeeze your ball. 8. 7. Shoulders are down. 6. Belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Very good. It's a ball day. We're going to go ahead and put those loops onto the elbow. So the short loops are going to reach right up to the elbow. And it's like you're making a goal post. So the elbows are up in front of the shoulders. The chest is lifted. We're sitting right up on top of those sit bones. Now, same thing with the ball. When the elbows go wide, you'll exhale and the knees will squeeze. So we're going to inhale to prepare. Pull the elbows out, squeeze the ball. Chest up, tummy in. Ball in, knees in, arms open. We've got exhale, 6. Keep the shoulders out of those ears. Drop them down. 5. Find your belly button. 4. 3. Elbows wide. Hold. Little squeeze of the ball. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Very nice job. All right, we're going to put those loops down. We're going to lose the ball. Okay, we're going to do a quarter turn to the street. We're going to change our springs. So I'm going to have you do a blue spring, and that red or that red yellow comes off. We just have the blue. If you want this heavier, you can sit towards this side of the foot bar or this foot bar. If you want it lighter, scoot here. And again, you can always adjust the ropes too. Let's do this. We're going to put our left hand just below the metal. You're going to put your right hand squeezing the end of the loop. And I want you to try to feel even through the hips and make sure you're squared off to the sidewall. We're going to start with those arms right in front of our chest. Shoulders down, chest up. So you can't see because I'm wearing black, which was a mistake. But we're going to keep a little distance between our chest and our strap. We're going to twist to the left, and we're going to pull the rib cage around to the right. Breathe into the left, belly button in. Check your side mirrors for a nice, long, tall back. We're going to go 4. Breathe to your left. 3. Breathe to your left. 2. One more time. And good. Very nice. Let's peg that loop. We're going to reach back down and change to a yellow. Just a yellow. If you decide that that blue is something you could do, you can change it back. We're going to do short loop. And you can scoot a little bit towards the end of the box. We're going to have our left hand by our hip, chest up, back is straight. So check those side mirrors. We're going to lift the elbow and extend up, bend, and lower that elbow down. So the knuckles face ahead. When you extend the arm, the knuckles face back. So my thumb is pointed to the street. Now my thumb is pointed into my body. And 4. Maybe put this left hand here to encourage that shoulder to stay down. 3, so it's not creeping up. 2. 1. And we're going to hold this position, legs out, chest up. We're going to pull. 6. The elbow will be like your hinge on a door. It will stay. 5. And it's like your forearm is clearing a table. And 3. Lift those abs in, pull that chest up. 2. 1 more. And very nice. Good. Peg that strap. We're going to leave that spring tension on. We're just going to go ahead and walk around or turn around. So we'll start with sword. So sitting towards the foot bar, if that felt good, we're going to go ahead and grab that short loop. We're going to even out those hips. We're going to lift up tall, and we're going to lift the elbow to start. We're going to rotate the knuckles back to extend the arm up on a diagonal, and then the elbow finishes at the ribs. Lift the elbow, extend, knuckles back, thumb to the closet, and then thumb into your body. And we're making a fist. And lower. And 3. And 2. 1 more. And lower the elbow. Hold the elbow stationary, so it's like it's our door hinge. Legs out in front of us straight. We're going to sit up right on top of those sit bones. We're going to pull the knuckles towards the foot bar and back across with that forearm across the torso, lower belly. And 4. Tall through the crown of the head. Lift up here. 3. Lift up out of that lower back. 2. Ribs are lifting away from the hips. 1 more. And release. Good. Switch hands. We're going to go ahead and change to that blue. Taking that yellow off, so we just have 1. Scooting back to the center. And we're going to put that right hand just below the metal, squeezing with knuckles up. And the left hand's on the end of the loop. Good. Bring that rope right in front of your chest. Try to make sure that you're centered and even. And we're going to rotate to your right. Breathe in. Lower belly in. Twist to your foot bar. Breathe. And exhale. Shoulders are down. Your rib cage is floating. around the pelvis. 4, rotate around. 3, shoulders down, chest and tummy up and in. 2, keep those arms nice and strong, and release. Good. We're going to peg that loop. Good. We're going to change it back to just that yellow. Well, let's do a long yellow. Then we'll put it on that button. We're going to go ahead and sit with our feet down into the springs. We're going to face the foot bar. We're going to grab that right loop. All right. And we're going to do short strap. If this feels too heavy, you can always do long strap. And if it feels too light, we'll change that spring to a blue. So we're going to have palms up. We're going to do a single arm gift. Your tummy's in. You're going to send those arms out and in. Nice and simple. Shouldn't feel too heavy just yet, but just wait. We're going to do a couple more. 3 and 4. Now we're going to add on here. We're going to go out with the arms. The right arm is going to stay. You're going to open your left arm out, back to center, and bend in. Keep the shoulders even. So when you twist, that right shoulder doesn't roll forward. You want to keep those shoulders even. Let's go 3 more. 3 out, open, center, and in. 2 right in front of the shoulders. So if you see that front mirror, your hand should be right in front of the shoulders. Last time. Forward, shoulders down, left, center, and bend in. Good. Let's go to long strap. Arms are now down by your side. Just that right arm has that loop. We're going to go up and down. And 3. Stay nice and tall. And 2. And 1. Arms come down, pause. We're going to add on again. Good. We're going to go up. We're going to go open and down. We're going to do 3 more. Up, fingertips in front of the shoulders, open, and try not to use momentum. It's very easy to go fast, go slow. 2, keep that rope nice and tight. Open and down. Good. Find your feet up on that platform. We're going to switch sides. Okay, short loop. And if it's really feeling like a challenge, too heavy, guys, you can go ahead and put your feet on the sides and scoot back. Make sure you don't scoot off. Want to know where the end of that carriage or that end of that box is, but sitting back further is going to make that spring a little bit less heavy. Let's try keeping those feet in if you're not having trouble. So palms up, shoulders down. Feel that back. It's tall, like it's sitting up against the wall. We're going to send the arms forward. Keep the chest and collarbone nice and open. And forward, 2. And pull those lower abs in. 3. And 4. And hold it. Good. Now we're going to add on. We're going to go out. The left arm stays with the strap. The right arm goes out to the side wall, back to center, and bend in. And press away. And open that right arm. Look to the closet. Look ahead. 2 more. Shoulders down. Tummy in. Look right. Look center. Last time. Inhale. Press the arms forward. Shoulders drop. Hold with that left hand. Reach open with the right. Back to center. And bend in. Good. Arms are down, chest up. Abs are holding like a nice tight seatbelt here. We're going to go up, exhale. If left arm isn't your dominant, you might feel this a little harder. 3. And you don't have to lift all the way up, 2. So it's feeling, if it's feeling very challenging, just lift the arm part way up. And good. All right, shake it out. We're going to add on. We're going to do those circles. So let's start with the arm right by the hip, chest up. Both palms face forward. We're going to go exhale up, open out to a T, and arms come straight down the sides. And 2 up, and open, and straight down, and 3 up. Try not to tilt with your body. Don't lean over to your left side. Last one, and release. Very nice, you guys. Go ahead and peg that loop. All right, nice work. Good job. All right, let's put your boxes away. So we're going to come on off. And we'll walk those boxes back. Good. And let's do a spring change. We're going to go ahead and take a seat. Let's do 2 reds. So we'll add a red and take that yellow or blue off. Headrest can be up. Good. And we're going to grab that ball one more time. So we're going to lay back, holding on to that ball. We're going to press that carriage out. And we're going to put the ball to the side, right where you could reach it again. So with your legs fully extended, that's about going to be where you are with those loops on. So grab a loop, put it on a foot, press out, grab the other one, and then reach down for your ball. Maybe bend those knees a little bit and grab that ball. We're going to put the ball right between the ankles. Good. And we're going to make sure we're in the center of that carriage. Good. We're going to give those ankles a little squeeze on the ball. So let's start with just a bend into tabletop and press out, squeeze. So it's not a really big bend. 3, 2, and I know the rope sometimes hit you, or the metal hits you. And now hold the legs out. The legs are going to go up a little. Your pelvis stays flat and legs go down. Tummy in, squeeze the ball. Legs up, squeeze the ball. Legs down, squeeze the ball. If you lose the ball, guys, just keep going with just the legs. You don't have to have the ball. You can keep the heels glued together. Now we're going to put those two together. So if you've lost your ball, just keep those heels glued. We're going to bend in. Knees are a little bit open. Extend the legs up. Squeeze the ball down. Keep the ball tight between those ankles. Press the feet up to the ceiling. If your hamstrings are tight, you may just get to here and then pull down from the back of the leg. 2 more. Up. Push the feet down. Use the back of the legs. Try to get the legs straight, but don't lift your hips so you don't want your butt coming up. Now hold the legs out. Good. Legs rise. Maybe the knees are soft here. Pull the feet down. Press out, squeeze. Legs go up. Bend the knees and press out. 3 more. Ooh, my inner thighs are a little tired. 2. And we are done. Good. Let's take that ball out. I'm sure you're grateful for that. Let's go ahead and grab your ropes. You're going to press the legs up to the ceiling and just stretch the back of those legs. Good. All right. Let's bend the knees into the chest. Let the knees open out. Let the soles of the feet come together. You might still be holding your ropes a little bit. Good. We're going to press those legs back out to the foot bar. And we're going to do our Peter Pan. So we're Russian dancer. We're going to bend the left knee towards the left shoulder. Right leg opens. Arms are relaxed by your side. Press those heels out towards your foot bar. Now we're still looking. Right knee bends to right shoulder and press. So one leg stays straight as it opens. Try to keep it as straight as you can. You may have to soften the back of the knee. Keep that space in that lower back. So you don't want to be pressing the lower back into the mat. And let's go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. And we're going to circle the legs. The legs are going to come up, the hips stay down, open, circle. So not everyone will have the legs come directly up. You want to keep those hips down. So you might stop about there. You might stop even sooner than that if you have very tight hamstrings. Let's go 3. Our goal is to keep the hips down and feel that stretch. 2, we're working right in the hip socket. And reach those legs out over your springs. We're going to change directions. So tummy pulling down, legs open. They come up and together and squeeze those legs as they go down. Relax the chest. Feel the center of your sternum just sinking into your carriage. Let's go 4, 3, 2, all the way around and up. Good. Press those legs out. We're going to bend your right knee. Keep stretching up through your left foot. Press out and change. Good. And then press both legs out. Both knees come in. We're going to take those loops off. Good. We're going to sit back up. Good. Let's do 1 red spring. So we're going to stretch with the loop. So we're going to take a spring off, one red spring, just one. And let's lay back. We're going to take that left foot into the left strap. It's going to go on the foot. Right foot will stay on the foot bar and reach that left leg up. Good. Press the carriage out a little bit more. The leg's going to go over the body towards the closet or over the body to the right. Arms are going to go out, and you're going to feel heavy through this left shoulder. Pull your toes to your nose as much as you can. Just be cautious on your stretches that you don't overdo it. Good. Bring that leg center. Get a little bend in that left knee. Keep tension in this left loop and put your right foot down onto the floor, right into the spring, right inside the frame. And you're going to very slowly bend that left knee. And you should feel a lot of thigh stretch. If it's too intense, press this left leg out. Hips feel heavy. Relax the arms and shoulders. Let's keep that breath happening. Relaxing into that upper body and chest and shoulders. One more time. Let's practice in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then press that left leg out. The right foot lifts off the floor. Let's do one more force stretch. Hold it there. So that right ankle's over that left knee. And we're just relaxing. We're trying to keep the hips pretty even. Again, in through the nose with the breath, out through the mouth. And let's grab your right loop. Put that one on. And we'll change out. So the left one comes off. The left foot finds the foot bar. And you're just going to keep the right leg up. Hips are feeling heavy. You're going to press out, reach the leg across, arms out wide. Pull the toes to your nose. Let that right shoulder be your anchor. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Bring that leg center, and let's go ahead and step your left foot down into the spring, right down to the floor. Bend that right knee. Maybe feel your lower back get heavy. Relax those shoulders. Good. Press out. That left foot comes off the floor right over your right knee and bend. Deep breath. And then press that right foot out. Let's find that foot bar with the left foot. And we're going to go ahead and take that loop off. We're going to go ahead and sit up. And we'll sit facing the side. And let's just have the feet underneath the knees and scoot forward a little bit towards the edge. And we're just going to roll those shoulders. Rolling them. And then reversing up and around. And 3. And 2. And 1. Let's lift those arms up to the ceiling. Reach your fingertips up. Put your left hand down by your hip. And let's reach away from that right hip, pulling it down. So right arm is over your head, reaching over your ear. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Let's change. Lift that left arm up and over your left ear. Keep that left hip heavy. Breathe. And let's do a little twist here. You're going to twist towards your ropes and put your right hand on your left knee and really rotate your ribs. Keep this left side heavy. And then come center and left hand onto right knee and twist to your foot bar. Lift your chest, lift your head, stretch out that upper back. And come back to center. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed class.